Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Surviving the Badge. Two cops in a bar talking
cop shit.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Been gone for a little bit. We, family vacations, weddings, you name it, over the summer.
Tan on.
Yeah, man, you did. You got a nice tan. Football season getting ready to start. Just saying, my Bears
School back in season.
Gonna kick them Redskins ass.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Dollar bet right now.
Dollar bet right now.
No, cigar bet.
Cigar bet. Yes.
Cigar bet right now.
Better season.
Who has the better season?
Yep. Okay.
Deal. All right. I got the Bears. You got the Commander/Redskins.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Surviving a badge, war stories, and we say their names. Modern days trying to explain to a world that moves so fast. Well, we're surviving a badge.
So while we were gone, a very interesting thing happened in our hometown, and Ronnie's going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, this is kind of a crazy case, very interesting case.
I heard it on national news, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to work this case.
Right.
But I gotta, before we even go into the meat and potatoes of this, I have to give props to the DeLand Police Department.
Yeah.
And whoever else was helping them. Because you'll see when we go through all these details, the shit that they went through to put this case together and all the twists and turns and everything else. This was nuts, man.
Yeah, and that's your alma mater, man.
It was. I worked there for almost 4 years back in the 80s.
Yeah, back in the 80s.
Yeah. So on July 29th.
1780s.
Yeah, pretty much. On July 29th of this year, 2026, a 911 caller calls and claims that she has found her son and childhood friend dead behind the Athens Theater.
That's awful. Could you imagine?
I could not even imagine.
No, not at all, in the least.
They said, well, whatever. And she goes, well, I tracked my son's phone
Right.
to this location. Thank God she had the Find My app if it was, an Apple, and maybe I don't know what they have on the other ones, but
Yeah, shared their location. Yep.
Yeah, shared location. So that's good. In the background, you can hear the woman that was talking to the dispatcher saying, we're out looking for the missing kids and we found 2 bodies.
Yep.
Dispatch says, ask if they found their kids. Woman states, we're scared to look at the bodies.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and they know what it is, though. They know it's.
It was dark.
Yeah.
It was pitch dark, so all of a sudden the caller screams, we think it's our kids. And another woman you can hear in the background say, oh, my God, while the first woman says, I have to call my dad.
Yeah, so that's the woman, the mother of the other friend, the friend's mom.
Yes. Yes.
They're together.
So, the woman can be heard, Dad, we just found them dead behind the Athens. You can hear it on the 911 call.
Awful.
Because the other woman's calling.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the Athens Theater, they are dead. She tells the dispatcher, my son is dead. I cannot even fathom what these women were going through.
No, not at all.
To roll up, it wasn't even a knock on the door. That's bad enough.
Yeah.
Cops come knocking on your door. They went out and found these 2 kids.
You go around a building, you're like, okay, they're back here smoking weed or something.
Right.
And then
the assholes,
right.
What are you doing back
why aren't you not answering your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. And then you find your kids dead. Awful.
So on July 29th, like I said, at approximately 10:40 p.m., two men, Dustin Rose, 19, and Samson Campbell, 18, were found dead of multiple gunshot wounds.
Yep.
Multiple. On August 3rd, an arrest warrant was issued by the U.S. Marshal's Office for a 17-year-old male. On August 4th, the 17-year-old was arrested in another county. Not being the county, which is Volusia, where the
it was further south. I think it was Manatee County, wasn't it? He was taken off.
So yeah. Let's see. Victim Rose attended the Citadel Military Academy in South Carolina, where he was a team leader and was home on break. So that's why he was here. He was
summer break.
Here on break.
Yep.
Summer break,
hanging out with his buddy.
Yep. Suspect, according to Sheriff Chitwood of Volusia County. The suspect has a lengthy criminal history, including multiple counts of battery, criminal mischief, assault with a deadly weapon, theft, drug possession, another ag assault with a deadly weapon, resisting an officer, dating all the way back to 2021.
Yeah, why wasn't he in jail? Why wasn't he adjudicated as an adult and put in jail?
It's funny you ask. Charges were either dropped, non-filed, dismissed, or at best resolved with probation.
Okay. So
Guess where all these happened?
some wacko state attorney's jurisdiction.
Orange County.
Okay.
Guess who the state attorney was?
Was it
Monique Worrell.
okay. Is that's the one
Funny story about her because DeSantis removed her from office for her lack of
for
prosecution.
dereliction of duty? Yeah.
And she was put back into office by the voters. Good job.
Way to go.
Yeah, good job.
Way to go, voters.
Yeah. And here she is, back in 2021, 5 years ago, she was in office.
Yep.
And here's this kid running amok, all these violent felonies.
Yep.
And he's still out here. Oh, he's on probation, or we didn't file, or, whatever. And he's out here.
Mm-hmm.
And now 2 kids are dead.
What's going to happen? What happens when there are no consequences? You do whatever you want.
Exactly. How many shows have we done on this?
Multitude.
I mean, where we talk about them doing something and putting these people away, put them in jail, whatever. This is crazy.
Yeah. So before we go into the actual investigation and what happened and the awesome job that DeLand PD did,
Yes.
why don't we do our officer fallen moment?
Yes.
So right now we're sitting at 60 officers killed in the line of duty, and it's still a lot of car crashes. The last couple have been car crashes.
And that's as of August 14th.
August 14th. But it is 18% down from last year overall.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so
Thank God.
That's good. A lot of these are officers out there directing traffic and gets hit by a car, or there's a car crash and they're working that. And one of them I was reading, a semi come in and hit the officer.
Or throwing stop sticks.
Yeah, he's throwing stop
right out in the open.
Exactly.
Standing out in the open.
So you got to really, really be careful out there and head on a swivel.
Yeah, for sure. And this hero moment, as we'd like to call it, is brought to you by our sponsors. We have 2 of them. We're very proud to have 2 of them.
Heck yeah.
Here's a word from them. Mistic Air and Heat, residential and commercial refrigeration and air conditioning services of Central Florida. Been in business for over 20 years, family owned and operated, offering law enforcement and military discount. Also, Hoffman Building, general contractor specializing in new home construction and commercial construction, as well as a complete remodeling service. Please contact them if you have the need for their services. Information is listed below for both of our sponsors. Thank you again, sponsors. So,
how did they get this case done? Because you know what, it actually wrapped up pretty quick.
It did.
For a double homicide with really no clues.
And they were asking for help. They had asked for help on the news. Anybody that saw anything that whatever, please come forward. Which is kind of standard when they don't have an immediate arrest.
Yep.
You got to ask for the. So
and I remember many a times I would get an email or a call from the tip line. Hey, so and so said Bob Smith did this, and I'm like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, let's go look at Bob Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was Bob Smith?
Right.
Whatever. Blah blah blah. So, while they're doing their investigation, they start going through all these footage of all these cameras that are in the area. Because we know, every business damn near has a camera, a doorbell camera, something out there that's
license plate camera, all that kind of stuff.
Flock cameras, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
So the 17-year-old suspect was seen riding an e-bike in the area in question near the Athens Theater.
Now, if you are from DeLand, you know what the Athens is, and I was like,
it's a landmark.
It's a landmark, and it's not a bad neighborhood.
No,
I live a few blocks from there.
It's downtown.
It's right downtown, and it's not a bad area at all.
It is not.
It's well lit, so I was really surprised that it happened behind the Athens Theater.
I was too. Well, and what'll be shown here in a minute is kind of a little secluded behind the building, a little dark. But anyway, so victim Campbell was found with a 9mm in the crook of one of his arms and pepper spray can in one of his hands.
Okay. That's interesting.
Plastic bag containing suspected weed. Now, what they did was they found, and in the, in the report it says they found green leafy substance suspected to be blah blah. Okay, they tested it and it was weed.
Or definitely. It did a field test and it's weed.
They did. Surveillance footage showed the suspect stop in the area of the Athens Theater for approximately 7 or 8 seconds, and then he can be seen manipulating his waistband.
Okay.
So he's probably screwing with the gun that he had in his waistband.
Okay.
He's making sure his shit's ready, you know, it's tight, it's ready to go, whatever.
Also, that's right across the street from the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sheriff's office is right there.
And the tag office and everything else.
Yeah, police department's a block away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, literally 2 blocks away is a DeLand Police Department.
Yep. The sheriff's office is across the street.
Of course,
from
we
the
all
Athens.
know that, you know, the cops ain't hanging out in the police station. They're out doing their damn job. But
Right.
anyway, it is funny. Not funny, but I mean, it's odd that happened right there. Excuse me. Goodness. Suspect then proceeds to the area or the secluded area behind the Athens where the bodies were found.
Right.
So they see all of this, everything happening. They see it, you know, after the fact. They see him in the area on the e-bike, everything else right there where all this has occurred.
And so they're putting and they're putting her feelers out there, working the case.
Sure.
You know, following every single lead you can.
Hold on, we're going to get into that
I'm sorry.
in the investigation.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't get ahead of me. Jeez.
It's been a while, man. I'm so
Can't take
excited
him-
we're back.
Can't take him anywhere.
Right?
So he was out of view for approximately 3 minutes. He could then be seen riding away from the area on the e-bike.
So he's in the area for 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay.
Obviously, the crime occurred at that time.
Right.
And then he can be seen riding away. And as he's observed riding away, he's spitting and wiping his face.
Oh, he got pepper sprayed.
Effects of pepper spray.
Right.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Suck.
Yeah. So that is in a nutshell what they saw, what has happened.
The first part of the investigation.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the actual crime and what they ran up on. And when they get there, they got 2 bodies laying there. One's got a gun in the crook of his arm, pepper spray in the other one, and the other kid's laying there dead. And no suspect, no nothing else. Everything's gone.
Yep.
They got no witnesses. They got jack. They
Right.
don't have nothing.
Yep.
So this is where DeLand PD shined,
Okay.
is during the investigation. They kicked ass, and I'm proud of them. So AT&T was given a subpoena for contact info on the suspect's phone.
Okay.
Obviously, a CI showed up, made contact with them. Somebody told them who the suspect was.
So somebody reached out to the police department and says, "Hey, I think it might be this guy."
Or the investigators said, let's get with some of our CIs
Right.
that are known in the area
Yep.
and know everybody in the area.
Show video to some people.
Right.
Yep.
And that's what happened. They showed
Okay.
this video to one of the CIs.
Oh, I know who that is. That's so and so.
Yes. And
Okay.
so they got with AT&T, subpoenaed the records of the phone
His
to
cell
see
tower-
who
cell
he's been
tower, all that.
contacting.
Yep.
Right. Search warrant was then, police showed a CI lineup. The suspect was picked out. Search warrant was served at the suspect's home.
Okay.
Surveillance video at the home.
Okay.
This is what's great. You get
Oh,
a search
modern day.
warrant,
Oh my gosh.
You get a search warrant.
Yep.
Everything in
Yep,
that house
absolutely.
is yours,
Yep.
baby. You can look at everything, read everything.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
The Ring camera.
Yes, sir.
If you have freaking Fort Knox camera systems covered in a search warrant.
You just gave us everything we needed,
Yeah,
and they
right?
did.
It seemed like it. Reading your notes, holy crap, they were lucky that there was a lot of cameras in there.
A lot. So surveillance video at the home of the suspect was reviewed, and police observed the suspect pacing around the home, talking to someone on the phone, removing his clothes, and pouring milk on his face.
Yeah,
why would
so-
he pour milk on his face?
Pepper spray once again.
And why would he take his clothes off?
Yeah, to get rid of it, because there's probably pepper spray on it, and to hide any evidence. I
You
mean,
reckon somebody on the phone probably told him?
maybe, or
Okay.
maybe he's just like, oh shit, what do I do? And then he's just kind of there. It'd be interesting to know who was on the phone.
Oh, I have that
Oh,
information.
okay.
Well, at least at some point.
Yeah, right.
So then after he's pouring the milk on his face, suspect was then seen opening the door and speaking with another CI, confidential informant, who obviously the police had spoken to, as well as speaking to and embracing Atkins, which
Right.
is his dad.
Right.
His dad. Police noted that during the search, that a barbecue grill outside smelled like burnt plastic and contained burned clothing.
Yeah, you can't get rid of that. You gotta toss it. You can't burn it in a barbecue grill. It's not gonna go all the way.
Doesn't get hot enough. I mean, you'd have to have a bonfire beyond all bonfires.
And then didn't you put in here somewhere that he tried to block the view?
Hold on.
With it. Oh, sorry.
Getting to it.
I wanted to tell something too.
So it contained burned clothing. Video footage shows suspect carrying clothes while following Atkins to the area of the grill.
Yes.
So Daddy said, "Go get them goddamn clothes and get outside. Let's burn them some bitches right now."
Yep.
So Daddy's helping him. Atkins, the dad, can be seen removing a cigarette from his mouth, nodding his head before opening a patio umbrella. The umbrella was perfectly positioned to block the surveillance cameras of the grill area where the clothing was being burned.
Yeah.
So he probably looked and went and raised it and said, "Okay, now they can't see what the hell we're putting on the grill." Too late. I mean, they've got a video showing what he was wearing. You know, all them clothes didn't burn up all the way.
No.
Because obviously they saw burned clothes. They know what the hell it is.
And it's not like the old days where it's on I almost said VCR, but it's on a localized. It's all probably up on the cloud.
Yep.
So it's not like you can, I guess, could you delete it? I don't know.
You could. Yeah, I can go in on my Ring camera and I can go back and delete it, but I don't know how. I know I can.
But is it really deleted? If they executed a search warrant on Ring, is it deleted?
Right.
Because didn't, and I know I'm going to sidetrack just a little bit, but we're talking about Ring cameras with the Guthrie case.
Yeah,
wasn't the Ring cameras not even they weren't recording, but they got a recording because Ring keeps it.
Right. Like you have to purchase a subscription.
Right.
To be able to see, you can see everything live as it's happening. You can turn it on and watch live and all that, but you don't have a recording if you don't have a subscription.
Yeah.
Ring has the recording, guaranteed. The only thing that would change is if you had one of the local system that has the little flashcards in it.
Right.
It records locally to either like a hard drive or something in your house. You don't have
wired
right.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
Right.
Buddy of mine has one, and he's got the little cards, and he just it goes to a central hub, and he just pulls the card out. If there's nothing on there he wants to see, he just wipes the card clean.
Right.
It goes whatever. But anyway,
people have Rings now. It's not
almost everybody. I mean, if they have one, it's a Ring. But there's a bunch of other ones out there. So the police ran a check on a tag recorded on the surveillance video in the area of the suspect's home.
Man, that's good surveillance. If you can read a tag,
buddy,
from the Ring camera,
police checked
camera.
the flock database for that vehicle, and it revealed that it had been recorded several times in the area of Eustis, which is in Lake County, which is northwest of Volusia County. It's actually southwest. Sorry. Detectives knew that the father Atkins lived in the Eustis area, so they knew it was him. They knew that he was in the area of where this had occurred. So then the CI that was seen in the suspect's home with Atkins said she regularly bought THC cartridges, which is the substance that makes you high in marijuana, cartridges and weed from the suspect.
Okay.
So there we go. He's a known
dealer.
drug dealer.
He's
at minimum weed dealer.
Now, yeah, because if he's a weed dealer, was there any other like harder narcotics in his arrests?
I don't think there was anything on there.
So he's a weed dealer.
Right. Yes, exactly. So then the same CI told police that suspects FaceTime her about an hour after the murders and sounded panicked. When she arrived, the suspect kept checking to see if the door was locked and looking out the peephole to see if anybody was there.
He's freaking out. The cops are on him.
Flipping out.
Yeah.
He is flipping out now. Which, I mean, I would have too if I just knew I shot two guys and left them laying there. My God. I don't even know if I'd had, the wherewithal to call anybody.
Right.
I'd have probably just jumped in my car and hauled ass. But anyway, the police inquired from that same CI if the suspect was known to carry a gun. She stated yes, but only knew that it was black in color.
Right.
Didn't know the make or, what caliber.
Standard.
Yeah, of course. Suspect told victims had a gun and pepper spray and were trying to rob him. This is what the suspect told the CI, trying to rob him, so he shot them before they could shoot him. CI claims she asked suspect why he didn't call the police and tell his story of self-defense. Suspect told her that he knew he wouldn't. They wouldn't want to hear it from him, especially because he was black and they were white.
And see, that's the media right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Brainwashing people. Oh, the cops are just bad. They're out to get you.
I agree.
You know what? The media put that in his head.
I agree. 100%.
That's bullshit.
So suspect stated he left the gun there.
Okay.
So police state.
So he's saying that these guys came up. He was going to probably sell some weed to him.
Yep.
They pulled a gun and pepper spray. They were going to rob him from his money and his weed. He pulled his gun out first and shot them, freaked out, dropped his gun, and took off.
Yeah. According to what he told.
In 3 minutes. Okay.
Right.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's quick.
You were a dope cop for a long time. Is that about right? In 3 minutes and a drug deal gone wrong?
Dude, we used to do buy walks, which is we would buy and have a pinhole camera, somewhere where we could see the suspect. We do buy walks or even buy bus, and it would go down in 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But if there was some dialogue, hey, fuck you, get away from me, fuck you, man, what do you got in your hand, man?
Yeah.
It could have been maybe 3 minutes.
Right. And maybe waiting for the other guys to get there.
Minute and a half could have been him sitting there going, oh shit. Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So
but
the timeline fits.
It does. And here's what's interesting is, and I didn't put it all on my notes, but according to more information, he claimed that the one guy was standing in front of him. The other guy walked around behind him, had the pepper spray, looked like he was getting ready to spray him. And the other guy pulled a gun out or had a gun in his hand or pulled a gun from somewhere. I don't remember exactly what he said. So he shot both of them. That's what he claims. He claims.
Okay.
So police state that Elkins returned to the scene to retrieve the gun that the suspect left here.
So let me ask you a question. Your son comes to you and says, I just killed 2 people.
Yeah.
Let's burn. You suggest, hey, let's burn your clothes and I'll go get your gun for you.
Nope.
Nope.
First, it's going to be what the hell happened?
Right.
Where did this happen?
Yep.
And do we need to call 911 to get them help?
Yep.
Immediately.
Yep. You're going to turn yourself in. We're going to get an attorney.
We're going to go figure this out, and you're going to get an attorney. Now I'm burning your clothes. I'm burning your shit. I'm going back to the scene where dead people are, and I'm getting your gun.
How do you do that?
And then leaving.
How do you do that as a dad?
And then leave them laying there dead.
Yeah. Or dying.
Right? Yeah. Because you don't immediately die from a gunshot wound. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, were they laying there gasping for air still? Were they bleeding out? I mean, nobody knows.
Autopsy might show that he could have been.
Maybe. But
I just don't. I'm sorry. I love my kids. I'm not committing a crime for you.
No. So suspect was arrested on 2 counts of second-degree murder, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Father Ekins was arrested for accessory after the fact for his role in assisting the suspect cover up the crime. So here's my questions, Mr. Investigator.
Sure.
Number 1, and we'll just go backwards.
Okay.
Why second degree?
Well, from everything you said, it doesn't look like he planned to kill him. It sounds like he planned to sell him weed.
Okay.
Right. And
I totally agree.
And it wouldn't be felony murder.
Right. Because it was
he's committing a misdemeanor. Unless he was selling, if it was carts.
No, actually, well, yeah. If it was cartridges.
Cartridges, any amount of that is a felony. Right. Okay, so that could be, it could be felony murder, but I don't.
Just him possessing a firearm as a juvenile.
Right.
A firearm, not a weapon, a firearm is a felony.
They could have.
Am I remembering that right?
No, you're right. Yeah.
So they could have charged him
because he's under 18. At 18, he can carry a handgun.
That's correct.
And in Florida, it's
and he's obviously not a convicted felon.
He's not a convicted felon.
Now they said probation. I don't know if he was on probation at the time and he had a firearm, which makes it a felony. I wasn't sure if that probation was from a felony count, which would be possession of a firearm by convicted felon. These are all felons, which could have been felony murder. We don't know the guts of it all the way into it.
And what we're debating here is the crime of felony murder. If you are in the process of committing a felony, and somebody dies from that, even if
Could be an accident.
Could be an accident.
Yep.
You know, you're running from the cops and the cops hit somebody and that person dies. You are getting charged with that felony as felony murder. So that's what we're kind
Or
of
the cops
debating
shoot
here.
up the car because you're shooting at them and they end up shooting this guy or your partner that's sitting in the car next to you that had nothing to do with it other than a bad ride.
Yep.
And that's felony murder.
Yep.
So that's the only reason we're going by. Okay.
But it's definitely not first degree in the traditional
Premeditated,
sense.
right.
It's not premeditated first degree murder because from everything it looks like he went there to go sell weed.
Sounds like it. Sounds like a drug deal gone bad to me.
And he had a gun on him because drug dealing is dangerous.
So here's the resounding question that I'm sure is going to come up when this goes to trial.
Okay.
Do they have, and I know you don't know all of it,
Right.
but just on the outset, with no video footage, he is the only one to testify and say why he shot them. Does he have a good case of self-defense?
I think he has a decent case of self-defense because he was hit by pepper spray. Now, can we prove that? We have video of him, you know, washing his face and crying and stuff, but and I don't know, is there going to be some kind of chemical or lab process where we can show that there was still pepper residue on the rest of the clothing?
Probably not when
I don't
it's
know.
burned up in a fire.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
if it was
that would
burned.
definitely help for a self-defense. But you got to convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt that you went in there to kill these people, as opposed to you were just selling them weed and they tried to rob you and you killed them in self-defense. Now it's not going to look good that they took off and he tried to hide everything and all that.
I was going to say, and you burned your clothes and your dad
Right.
went back and got the gun and you didn't call 911 and you didn't tell anybody and they had to come find your ass and here's all this evidence and it's,
I mean, so what would I think that if he hadn't believed all this media BS and he had said, oh shit, 911, I need a ambulance. These guys just tried to rob me. I need an ambulance to help them. I need police. I'm right here. I have a gun. I'm putting it on the ground. If he had done that, it's going to look a lot better for him. But he didn't do any of that.
I think they still would have charged him with felony murder at that point.
I think he would have been charged or at least it would have been one of those situations where they don't charge him right away, and they do the investigation and they send it to the state attorneys for charging decision.
But I think at that point, the second degree, they probably wouldn't charge him. They'd probably charge him with either manslaughter or felony murder because he was in the possession of a firearm, admittedly so because he sent his dad back to get the damn firearm.
Underage, he's carrying a firearm while he's committing a crime.
And
he's underage.
on probation,
he's
possibly.
on probation.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. What do you guys think? If you know about the case and from what we've said, what do you think about the charges and what do you think about the possibility of a self-defense claim?
Yeah,
should be interesting to see.
I would very interested in what you guys think. Please comment down below. While you're doing that, hit that like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. As this case goes further on and after the trials and this and that, we'll do a follow-up show on it to say whether we agree with the ruling or don't agree, or hey, if there's some over-resounding evidence that comes out that totally changes this thing, we'll do another show to update that.
Yeah, and if you have a case that you'd like us to look at and do an episode, email us or put it in the comments down below too.
Yeah, our emails is at the bottom under the description.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else, buddy.
I don't either. Okay. Well, always remember, at Surviving the Badge,
we still got you 6.
Thank you.
Surviving